What did you think of the event?
I thought the event was pretty well run up front. On the back side of the event, sadly, I think they got some things to fix and the little things here and there as an organization, how to be run, the behind the scenes stuff. They need some fixing to do. But for the most part, the on stage action, what you guys saw, I thought that was top notch. Some of the big jiu-jitsu competitors who I'm fans of. I love watching Craig Jones, I love watching Jesus Jackson, Paulo. I'm a huge fan. So watching those guys compete, I think it was a great show for the fans and everything.
How did you prepare for this fight?
Preparing for jiu-jitsu matches for me. I might spend it's just my regular normal like MMA training. I train every day, whether I fight or not. I'm always in the gym getting ready, training and whatnot. I do my strength conditioning and everything. But when I prepare for jiu-jitsu competition, then I tailor my training to like 10-minute matches or 8-minute matches, or I might throw on the gi and jump in more gi classes to specifically work on a few things there. But otherwise, it's pretty much same old for me training wise.
You already knew your opponent, so like did you focus on something special?
Say again?
So you already knew your opponent, and then did you like focus on something special?
Oh yeah, knowing Eduardo, I grew up on this guy's instructional DVD, so a lot of my jiu-jitsu is based off what he does. His octopus guard, I love his octopus guard. I do octopus guard all the time, in gi and in no gi. So I knew I had a lot in my hands. I had a lot on my plate. I had a lot to be prepared for. So that being said, I definitely focused on doing certain things that I knew he was gonna bait or try and trap me into, and stay away from those traps.
I saw you got to turtle a lot. Were you trying to bait him into specific things, or you just like playing turtle?
Yeah, like no-gi I play a little different. I play a lot of deep half. I play also a lot of half guard. Sometimes I go turtle, but it's more like when people are trying to pass my guard, and I have no other choice, to avoid, they pass my guard. So I go turtle sometimes, and I feel comfortable there, But yeah, he was aware of my game, so it was a little harder.
Question for Ben.
Yeah.
Ben, can we get your thoughts on the direction that you're just heading in, getting away from like the large tournaments, more of the super fight oriented style showings?
I think it's great. I think the more jiu-jitsu out there, the better it is. I think you need to have both. I think you need to have those large tournaments. You need to have big, huge tournaments that bring in a ton of people. Because the thing about jiu-jitsu that makes it so great, it's kind of similar to picking up basketball back stateside. Everyone can do it. You can go out there and grab some boys. You don't need much. You need the ball, and then you go to the court, and that's all you need to go play. Some pickup basketball game, and everybody loves that. It's fun. Same thing for jiu-jitsu. You need more people doing it. The more people do it, the better it is for the sport of jiu-jitsu. So you need those large, huge tournaments. At the same time, you got to have the smaller, more intimate events that you have to pay for more of those high-level athletes, the high-level jiu-jitsu practitioners, because those guys, jiu-jitsu is their career. It's our job. It's how we make money. So you need to have those smaller events that can pay and help support some of the professional jiu-jitsu athletes. At the same time, you need to incorporate all the regular, non-career oriented jiu-jitsu practitioners where they play around and have fun and go do a tournament here and go do a tournament there. So I think it's super important, super integral that you have both those large tournaments and smaller events as well.
Do you feel the difference between people who only train jiu-jitsu and his MMA fighters, or feel any different?
Like MMA fighters, they are really, like in these days, they are really complete. They have high level jiu-jitsu, and they have like a really, really good cardio. They prepare well, especially, that kind of level that Ben is, like they have like really, really good, like condition, power, technique. So yeah, it's hard to go against an MMA guy in these days.
Is it harder?
Huh?
Is it harder?
It is, yeah. They are really well prepared. They are strong, you know. Yeah, it's.
Hey Ben, what do you do? It seems like it's kind of like a weird guard where you pull that half guard, you kind of focus his belly down.
Yes.
And it kind of catches you with like that leg inside.
Yep.
Kind of an unconventional position.
Yeah, very unconventional position. I knew he really wanted me to. I think Eduardo wanted me to really commit to either going to his back or trying to finish the pass. And I know that I'm quite positive what he was going to do, but I knew it would be bad for me if I committed to one side or to the other. So I really wanted to try to attack guillotines and darces and whatnot. I wanted to wear his neck out and get him tired. And so when soon as he turned over, I knew it wasn't a position that I wanted. I wanted to be in positions that I wanted to be in.
Right.
I didn't want to be in Eduardo's position. If I'm in Eduardo's position, I'm in danger. I wanted him to be in the positions that I'm comfortable with. So I tried to more attack the darces and the guillotines and whatnot, but he did a great job of shedding all those.
Eduardo,
Do you know
what position I'm talking about where it's like you sit in that half guard, you go belly down, and then you go to turtle but his leg's inside? Is there a trap there?
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, I used to sweep or even get the back, you know. But yeah, he's very flexible. He was able to avoid, you know, very well. Yeah.
I train MMA too, and then I have many friends who, you know, train jiu-jitsu with me, and then, you know, like you're superstar like among them. And then all of them know about if you had jiu-jitsu inside. Your voice today. So.
Yeah. I think this time I did have it in, but it's just a bad habit. I really need to stop doing it. I'll have it in after I get done eating, and then I forget about it, and then I go compete. But it's just a bad habit.
So tonight you didn't have it.
Tonight I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then now you have it.
Yeah, still have it.
It's okay. It's okay. he didn't poke me with this.
First, you shoot really early, and then you got the 2 points. Kept insisting on like the head control.
Yes.
And he seemed like really comfortable with that. Were you going for actually a choke there, or just trying to consistently get it?
I wanted to go for the guillotine or for the darce if Eduardo allowed me to. But he's amazing. He's a world champion. He's super good. You know, he's great. So like he was defending the darce, not letting me have the grips that I wanted. One time I actually got to here. I needed to pull it through a little bit more, set the head and go for the darce. But I mean, he did a great job defending it, so I couldn't go from there. I wanted to push the darce, push the guillotine, and then if I couldn't really even go for the submission seriously, I wanted it to open them up to finish my pass, to go for a pass. But he didn't allow me to do that either, so I just do my best.
Great. And I know that you came to Korea several times for different events.
Yes.
And people here, they love you. And how do you feel about the jiu-jitsu environment itself? Like, because I've been here for a few years and it's growing a lot. It's really impressive. Like before, we used to see only MMA and other like taekwondo stuff. Yeah. And now, like, you see major like jiu-jitsu events like this. Yeah. And I know that you've been competing a lot. So how does it feel to come to like the BJJ in Korea?
I think jiu-jitsu has grown so much from my first time here in Korea about 7 years ago was my first time here in Korea. And then in those 7 years from then to now, I think the sport of jiu-jitsu has grown tremendously here in Korea. Like I think back then there were maybe 5 or 6 schools. That was it. I asked like, oh, how many schools are here? Like how many people are doing jiu-jitsu and this and that? And like, oh, I think there's only like 5 schools or 6 schools, and they could name on one hand how many schools there were. And so that's how amazing. That's how much it's grown now. To now there's, just like America, there's a ton of schools everywhere. And so I think it has for sure shown that the jiu-jitsu has grown here in Korea. And then you have events like this that aren't cheap to run. You know, there's money behind jiu-jitsu. That's the biggest thing is, you know, the money aspect, and the money is behind jiu-jitsu, where you can hold smaller intimate events like this and make good money for the sponsors and the promoters and stuff. Any more? Last question. One more. That's it. You guys all good? Thank you guys very much. Obrigado. Kamsahamnida.